Hey guys, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have the Sea Escapes collection from Love Angeline. I did purchase these on my own. This is a set of 5 different shimmery matte shades. These are really gorgeous. I'll go ahead and show you how these swatch, and these are available now. I will link the storefront down below. The first polish that I'll be sharing with you today is called Take Me Away. My label got a little bit wet there. This one is described as a fuchsia pink matte polish with a blue flash. You can wear these as is or with a top coat to transform the effect. So here is a bottle shot. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Take Me Away swatched on my natural nail. So here is one coat. This one has an amazing formula, really smooth and buttery and easy. It has great coverage at one coat. It's not quite opaque though. You could probably get away with one coat, but I am going to let this dry and then come back in for a second coat. This one definitely is one of my favorites. I'll let this dry and you can see the matte effect here. These dry really quickly, but I had no problem with them dragging or anything. So here is the second coat. This is going to build it up completely opaque and just add a lot more of that shimmer in and make sure my edges are nice and clean. So here is a look at the completed mani without top coat. I love how soft this shimmer is here. This is a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat. So you can see the difference that a top coat will make. It makes this super shimmery, really shiny, really pretty. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting without top coat. And this is my swatch photo at an angle with top coat. I'm going to show you a really quick stamping demo. I'm using plate Exuia 18. I believe this is a knockoff Moyu London. I'll be using the travel dolphin shape here. I'm going to add a generous amount of Take Me Away, scrape downwards, and then give an upwards roll. These will dry really quickly, so you want to transfer them as quickly as you can. I'm going to show you how it stamps over a white paper. So this is a nice crisp opaque. I'm also going to show you how it stamps over black on my DRK matte using top coat. So this is going to give you a completely different effect. Next up is Cheeky Tiki. This one is described as a rose gold matte polish with a gold shimmer. So this is more tone on tone. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot. And I'll show you how Cheeky Tiki swatched on my natural nail. So here is a one coat, and this was the only polish in the collection that I felt was a true one coater. It does have a little bit of a thicker formula and it will get a little bit brush strokey, so you may want to do thinner coats, but one thick coat is plenty for me. So here is a look at the completed mani without top coat. Here it is from another angle with top coat in direct sunlight, so you can see the major difference a top coat makes there. This is my swatch photo without top coat under artificial lighting, and once more at an angle with top coat. So again, I'll show you a quick stamping demo using the same plate. I'm going to apply generously, scrape downwards, and roll upwards, and this one is super opaque, really nice pickup for stamp. I think this is my favorite for stamping. So this is how it looks over white paper, and once more on my black matte. Next up is Mermaid Tails, and this one is described as a turquoise matte polish with a green flash, so a little bit more tone on tone. This is another one of my favorites. It kind of freaked my camera out when I was taking photos. Really bright and pretty. So I'll show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Mermaid Tails swatched on my natural nail. So here is one coat. This one had the same buttery formula that Take Me Away has. It is a little bit on the sheerer side though, so I am going to let this dry and then come back in for a second coat. Okay, here is the second coat, and you can see how gorgeous this is going to be when it dries down matte. This one is jam-packed with shimmer. I think 2 coats is going to bring it completely opaque. So here is a look at the completed mani without top coat. Here it is once more at a different angle in direct sunlight. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting without top coat, and what's more, at an angle with top coat. So again, just a really fast stamping demo. I'm going to apply generously to that dolphin, scrape downwards, and roll upwards. And this one was a little bit more on the sheer side. So I'll show you how it's stamped on white paper. So nice and pigmented enough that it'll show up there. I'll show you how it's stamped on my black DRK mat. So you can see there that Mermaid Tails really pops well over black too. It's just going to depend on your personal preference how you'd like to use it. Next up is Calm Waters, and I got my label a little bit wet again there. So this one is described as a blue matte polish with a purple flash. This was the one that originally drew me to the collection. That flash is so pronounced in the bottle. It's a little bit less so on the nail. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how this one's swatched on my natural nail. So Calm Waters is definitely the most sheer out of the collection. I am going to have to probably do 3 coats for this one. I did have nice even coverage. It's just really on the more thin side. So there's 1 coat. I'll let it dry and come back in for a second coat. So here is the second coat. You can see that purple shimmer is starting to pop out a little bit. 2 coats does bring it closer to being opaque, but I can still see quite a bit of my nail line. So I am going to let this dry and come back in for 1 more coat. Here is the third coat. And at this point it did get a little bit thick on the nail, but that purple shimmer comes out a little bit more. In some lighting I could still see my nail line, so that may be something you want to watch out for, but I am going to stop here today. So here is a look at the completed mani without top coat. Here it is from another angle in direct sunlight, so a top coat is really going to transform this one as well. Really gorgeous in the sun. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting without top coat, and what's more, at an angle with top coat. I'm going to do a quick stamping demo once more for you. This one is on the more sheer side, but I'll go ahead and show you. You can see that it dries almost immediately on your stamping plate, so you do want to be quick about transferring it. This is how it looks over white paper. And I'll show you how it looks over black. I think this one is going to be really great over black. It got a lot of that purple shimmer. It lends a really ethereal and pretty feel. So the last polish of the collection is Ocean Breeze, and this one is described as a light purple matte polish with a green flash. This was another one that I thought was really interesting. This ended up being one of my favorites as well. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot. And I'll show you how Ocean Breeze swatched on my natural nail. So this is another polish that had a really nice and easy buttery formula. It does dry pretty quickly, but I didn't have any problem with the brush strokes. At 1 coat, it is almost opaque enough for me, but I am going to let it dry and come back in for a second coat. So here is the second coat, and this is just going to even up my edges a little bit and make this one completely opaque. So here is a look at the completed mani without top coat. Here it is from another angle in direct sunlight, and this one just dances in the sunlight, really pretty. I can't decide if I like these more matte or with the top coat. They're really gorgeous both ways, and I love how different the finishes are. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting without top coat, and another angle with top coat. So again, this is the last stamping demo. I'm just going to apply generously, scrape downwards, and upwards roll. And this one picked up pretty well. I'll go ahead and show you how it swatches over white. So you do get a fair amount of pigment there over white. I'll show you how it stamps over black. And again, you get a lot of the green shimmer. I think they stamp over black more what the shimmer color looks like. So here's a quick look at all the colors stamped on white. And I did a really fast gradient of all of the colors over black. So I really loved how this looks. I'm going to try to do a full mani look using that method. So that wraps up my swatch and review of the Sea Escapes collection by Angeline. These are available right now. I will link that storefront down below. The minis are, I believe, $5 and the full size retail for $9. If you'd like to see more photos, you can visit my blog at sloppyswatches.wordpress.com or follow me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.